Good morning. So, coming at you right now from Urban South. Well, technically my bedroom, but reporting at you right now from Urban South. We've been getting a lot of good feedback lately from some people talking about the skits and videos and stuff like that Kate and I do, and we love doing it. We love making them. It's just kind of some funny stuff for us to do that we're just kind of getting our faces out there. And because of that, we've been getting some people who've been asking us about doing some more long form type of content, which we are all about, is just trying to get some stuff ironed out, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, what are we going to talk about. And pretty much what we got loaded for you right now is this video coming up that is essentially just us kind of reintroducing ourselves, what's going on. We kind of talk about a lot of different stuff, about like APP and things that we're doing at the shop. And sometimes we just kind of use a bit of a punchline for the videos we're making. But we just kind of want to address a couple things, let you know what's going on. And this might be the beginning of some more long form, actually more serious content. So if you got any feedback, want to see certain things, have us talk about some stuff. Most of my clients know I can talk. So please let me know what's going on, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Right now we are unofficially, or I'm unofficially referring to it as Let's Chat. So if you got some ideas, let us know. Let us know what you think about the video. Let's chat.
So this video, we're mostly just making this video for one, a bit of I think a proper introduction, because I feel like there's been a lot of people who obviously know we're here now, us being Kate and myself, Rob. But I kind of want people just to know like why we should be trusted, to come here and maybe some background of us. And I feel that's mostly the purpose of what this is, but also y'all's been hearing a lot about me ranting and kind of bragging about the APP stuff. I guess I kind of just want to describe it because I feel like since this studio has not had a member, not a lot of people know what it is. So I kind of just want to go into get some details here. That's it.
I mean, as some of you know, my name is Kate. I actually did my apprenticeship at the studio, and so some of you might know me. I'm probably new to some of you as well. That was way back in 2019. Finished up my apprenticeship, was gone for a little bit, and now I'm back, which I'm super super thrilled to be back. Hopefully, I see some faces from back then. I love seeing new faces as well. So I just really enjoy being back here, and it's super exciting, especially seeing how the studio has grown and now that we do have the APP membership. It is all new stuff, which is always really fun. And I did get the chance to go to the APP conference once. I am planning to go again next year. So I have also applied for my own personal membership for it as well. And really, the thing I'm most excited about with that is going to be the learning opportunities because they have classes, they have awesome teachers, just a ton of incredible resources that I can learn from and then share that new knowledge with everybody else that I work with and kind of pass that on through the experience that I give to you guys as clients.
And me, Rob, I've been piercing for about 14 years. I started in St. Louis, worked at a shop that no one's ever heard of, and then got lucky enough to work at a studio called Kira and Springfield, Missouri. And then from there on, I just kind of traveled and I got really lucky. I was able to travel full time for about 3 years, worked in a lot of studios. The lady had helped me doing taxes for every state said that I think she said that she did taxes for me in about 36, 37 states. So I got some really cool experience. And I got really fortunate to have some really cool options to work in like really high end, really busy, more street level studios, all the way to very, very boutique style. We have a dress code, it's sort of prim and proper. I was uncomfortable wearing some of the clothes I had to wear, but it was really cool to get some opportunities and options to actually go see just the variety of how people do piercing, just the different techniques people can be done. As far as APP, yes, we recently achieved membership here. I have been a member as of, I believe, February or April. I'm now a member of the APP for the last 10 years. And I've held membership in about 5 of the studios. And then during the time I was traveling. So I've been to conference, I want to say 8 times now. I've been a volunteer and a mentor of the APP. So it's something that I definitely was really involved in, as well as something I really did take I did take very seriously. Something that the reason why when we came here that I said I wanted to have membership here is because I feel it's a little of dedication to the clients in regards to. I was rambling with someone earlier that it's one thing to say you carry good jewelry. It's one thing to say that you do proper sterilization technique. It's one thing to say you have this or that or whatever. But I feel like to say go through that whole process of getting approved and getting things checked off to say that yes, at a standard you are doing all these things is really important to me. And I feel like I could go on and on all day about the jewelry options, which is awesome. But I feel it's a dedication and proof that like, hey, I do take this seriously, and I want clients to know that we take it seriously.
Yeah, because a lot of it really is the standards that, especially here in Texas, there's really not any standard requirements other than the minimum that the health department requires from every studio. And so it's definitely nice to have that solid backing of like, these are extra standards that we want to provide because we do feel like it's necessary for a good experience, but also making sure, like he was saying, proper jewelry, the material matters, the aftercare. There's so many things that go into it that is more than just the bare minimum. And so it's nice to have that backing of this is something that we really, really strive for.
Also, I like hearing people's opinions, and with that, I feel there's a lot of things we've done here that has been really fun that I've really liked to see come more of a staple in regards to people. Like I had one of my clients come in. I'm gonna mispronounce her names. I apologize, but I think it's Hyperia. She's phenomenal. Her and her husband are awesome. I've pierced her a couple times now, and when I think of her, I think of like our very first interaction that she came in, so she had some problems with prior piercings, did not have good experiences, and she had a lot of lofty ideas that I was like, hey, let's just one step at a time. Let's prove to ourselves, myself as your piercer now, and yourself that you can do this. And it was really cool to see her have some level of trepidation, have some level of like caution, but like desire to want to do something with piercing and to like want to do something with jewelry. And to see her come in, have all that, and then to actually have the piercing we did for the very first one heal very well. She did phenomenal with the downside. She came in and we did some of the piercing on her recently. And then I pierced her husband in that same time frame. I pierced her sister now. We're moving on a lot of piercing our entire family, which I think is kind of funny, having gone from where we started to where we're at now. And I feel like she's kind of indicative of the growth we've had of some level of trepidation, some level of caution, have some level of like reservation to a lot of it. And then slowly just like, cool, this works. That there's reason why we say no, there's not a good idea to do certain things. There's a reason why, we don't use certain jewelry. There's a reason why I ramble all the time with clients about how the quality of jewelry matters, the quality of how we do piercings matters. And I feel bad when clients come in and it's out of the price point or it's not what they expected. And I'm always like, hey, trust me, quality matters. And I make the analogy a lot that we're chefs. I also she gives me ramble all the damn time. I make a lot of analogies that piercing overall in my mind is like this analogy for life. That this whole experience of we're nervous, we're scared, but we want to do something because it's something that like it seems appealing to us for whatever reason. Because we all come to piercing for different reasons, whether it's just something we think is cool, it's awesome jewelry, you want to have some level of thing that makes you stand out differently. Your friends have it. It could be a multitude of reasons, but we're scared. And then I love that you have to kind of overcome that level of fear, that level of just again caution, just being nervous to get a piercing. And at the end of it, you're like, wow, that wasn't that bad. And you have this really fucking cool thing now. And that's kind of life.
Yeah, and you're proud
That's
of
life.
yourself for making it through it.
You proved to yourself you did
Yeah,
something that
exactly.
you probably didn't think you could have done. And again, I feel as minimal as it may be, or as much of a stretch as it may be, I do see this whole experience of a piercing very, very similar to the analogy of like what is just the process of life. You want to do it, it's really cool. There's no easy way out of it. You just gotta go through and do it. Prove yourself you can do it. And I think it's really cool that there are times we get to be a part of that process for people.
Yeah, that and like anniversaries of all sorts, that's definitely a marker for a lot of people. Like, I made it this far through whatever thing, whatever life of events that they want to kind of memorialize. Whether it's an emotional one or one that they're proud of or both, I'm always really grateful to be part of that with people.
I'm not for EVP, but like proof that we've done these training that EVP says that hey, we've been doing this thing. Our environmental criteria is up to standard. We're using the proper jewelry. We're using proper ways of sterilizing. Our spore tests come back clean every time. Like we're doing things in regards to we know that we're constantly trying to push for a better this or a better that or a better way of doing something, and we get to share that with somebody else because they want to do it. They want to partake in it. That's kind of cool.
We do that because we care.
Yeah.
Even if that's not why we should be trusted, that's why we've worked so hard to kind of show all these things to prove, like, hey, we really do want to be the best that we can be all the time. And that means constant growth, constant learning.
That being said, for other peers who may be seeing this, let's hang out. Because it's not even like I want to teach you something that you should want to teach me something, but like the thing I really enjoyed the most when it came to my travels and going to all these different studios and working with them is yeah, it's fun. You get to go to insert whatever city and say you did this thing or did this thing or had this food. That's awesome. But it's really also the thing that feels most beneficial for me was I got to sit down and talk to a piercer who did a nose piercing, a nostril piercing, so much different than I do, and why it works easier for them, why they prefer this particular tool, why they prefer whatever particular style jewelry. I think it was really awesome to have that experience of like, cool, here's their perspective, here's how they've done it, here's how that's just how they taught. That's what made sense to them and how it makes no sense to me. And I think it's really awesome to have those experiences, those conversations with people that I probably would have never ran into that technique. I probably never run into like, oh, you hold it this way, and just the things that you think are very minute and just insignificant to how a person's done, how you talk to your clients, how we again just handle the jewelry, and I think that's really awesome to hear other people's perspectives. So for yes, the piercers that may be seeing this, let us know. Let's hang out. You know, we can come to your shop. You can come to our shop. We can go hang out, have dinner, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool to do other things. It's cool to get other opinions.
I mean, that's one of my favorite parts of life is getting different perspectives from people across all kinds of topics. So with something like piercing that I feel like I am very absorbed in, it's always nice to hear different perspectives and things. And for me personally, being here now, working just by myself on every shift versus other studios I've worked at where it is multiple piercers per shift, it's definitely nice to have conversations outside of work with other piercers.
I guess the purpose of the goodbye is that let us know. I also want to thank the clients, thank the people who allow me to do what I'm doing here. You know, it's fun having second chances. It's nice. I don't take for granted the opportunities I've been given. And yeah, if you have piercing ideas, or you want to talk about some jewelry, or just want to talk piercings, well, let's chat.